Good afternoon and welcome to Have a Chat. I'm Audrey Lynch with my beautiful co-star, Judy Loge. Good afternoon, Judy.
Welcome, Audrey. We've been apart for a while just because of other obligations with Rogers, but here we are live in your machine.
Yes, we are back together again. We're missing Vero, but that's okay. We're going to hold down the fort and
have a good show.
And have a good show.
Yeah.
That's for sure. We have a great show actually lined up for our
excited.
viewers today, for sure. Lots of great information, great guests, and you're not going to want to miss it. So we're going to start off our show like we always do with a positive quote, and I believe, Judy, you've got something lined up for us.
Yes, and once you hear the quote, you'll be saying, oh,
I have no idea what you came up with.
I know that, but there's more, like I said, we'll weigh in on it once I release the quote because it's kind of something that we can talk about.
Okay.
The quote is, if you're always trying to be normal, you will never know how amazing you can be, by Maya Angelou.
Okay.
Okay, so I gather from what she meant, there's no such thing in my books as normal. Do you think there's anything that's called?
Like, what is the definition?
That's right. But I think when she said, if you're always trying to be normal, you will never be as amazing as you can be, it means normal in the sense of basic living. So you get up and you have your coffee and you go to work and you do your housework and all that, and you just lead a quiet, normal life as far as you're not out there doing things or making big leaps and bounds.
Now, for me, when you first said that quote, the first thing that comes to mind to me is if you're just trying to be normal or like everybody else, right, you will never know your full potential and what your possibilities could be.
That's
really.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I find with kids and my young kids and seeing them unfortunately be guided by or you know, they tend to
follow.
Yeah, exactly. Follow what they see and want to be like, and instead of instead of finding out who they truly are from within, which is part of growing up and maturity, that it will come. Yes, you know, that they will know that. But so
let's replace that word. You're trying to be normal with if you're trying to be boring. You will never know how amazing you can be because
it's good to have some normal days.
I know that, but you have to get. Well, I think it's to get outside of the box.
Yeah,
and start thinking and being creative and being really a person that you've always dreamed of being. Just go for it.
No, exactly.
All right.
That's just it. Lovely quote. Okay. Fantastic. So we have lots to talk about.
You have lots to talk about.
I do.
I'm so proud of you again.
Thank you
I was
so much.
Back there cheerleading for you on Saturday night because you were in the St. John Fall Classic fitness competition and a winner twice.
Yes, I
Tell
placed,
us about it, Audrey.
It was quite, my classes that I actually entered was Grandmasters, figure competition, not bikini or physique, which is two other divisions. Okay. This was figure. So it's actually a specific discipline. And there's about 7 different categories. So I went in Grandmasters, which is for 45 and up. Woohoo! And I'm 52.
Unbelievable.
And so the other category is like an open category. So it has to do with figure A. So it's all women who are a certain height. Yeah. So it doesn't matter their age. So I could be up against a 20-year-old, a 30-year-old, as long as we're all 5 feet and under, which is where I fall for sure. And these classes actually had 6 and 7 competitors, which is actually a good sized group.
And are you competitive by nature, not just in this physical competition, but are you a competitive person?
I believe I am. I am. I didn't think I was like right in there, but
you want to win this.
Yeah, I do. So I went in, and believe it or not, I came in second in both of my categories.
Why would you say believe it or not? Underestimating your ability.
No. For someone who's only been doing this for 1 year. Compared to the girl Annette Ellis, who's absolutely stunning and amazing, who's been doing this for many, many years.
Audrey.
And I feel like, to me, I'm like, I came in first next to her.
That's right.
That's the way I look at it.
That's incredible.
Kind of so I thought, I did really, really
proud.
well.
And what I'm extremely proud of is your grit and the fact that you sat on this show 2 years ago as a New Year's resolution and said, I'm going to be my physical best and I'm not looking back, and you did not. And you've had ups and downs and curves going on with the kids and everything in your life and all of this stuff, and you still super achieved.
I have to say that my biggest and proudest moment, besides stepping on that stage and placing as well as I did, was actually being able to share this with the kids.
I saw that.
Actually having them there rooting for me.
I know.
And rooting for their father as well. And, and actually get it, because they live and breathe all the other stuff that's not fun.
No, the food thing.
The food thing, the cranky, the hangry,
it's all part of it.
The 6 a.m., workouts and things like that. So why not let them share in the glory of the actual show itself?
thrilled to see them in the
So,
audience saying, "That's
it
my
was.
mom."
Yep.
And those
roaring
are
right out.
beautiful prizes,
Yes.
gorgeous
So
glass
this
cut
is,
awards.
Yeah. So for
Beautiful.
first, well, you get the trophy when you get first place. You get that as well. But these are absolutely lovely. I want to give a shout out to Adam Walker, who's the promoter of the St. John Fall Classic,
Okay.
and to all the judges that were there. They had 5 judges. Their work was really, really, really cut out for them. And you know how you know that when you're on stage and they start moving the competitors around, going, okay, now you step here and you step here. They're really trying to figure out,
I know.
which one is the better one. You know what I mean?
Analyzing every single body
thing.
part.
No,
right.
so it was a true competition. So, and I also want to give a shout out this year at the St. John Fall Classic. They do a category called the Transformation Challenge. And we actually had quite a few girls from Miramichi attend that. I believe it was 5.
Good.
And they all did really, really, really well. But there was 25 girls that stepped on stage from all over the provinces, like
And
in
you
the
were
Maritimes
one of them.
or whatever. And they did absolutely amazing. The girl who won first place, who won the whole challenge, she lost over 100 pounds.
See, that's what I mean.
In just this, like in 4 months, if I'm not mistaken. So, kudos to all those
Kudos
women
is right.
who took the time to take care of themselves and want to do this for them.
Exactly. And I was
Right.
sitting there yesterday with a bag of chips into the Halloween treats early, and Jared said, "You should go visit Audrey."
No. Last night you wouldn't have because
He
I had the
did,
chips
he
out.
did. He said,
Really?
"You should start following Audrey around." I thought,
Oh, for goodness
"Nah."
sake.
I was like,
No, we could put some muscle on you for sure.
I might need you as my trainer.
Yeah. So
Okay.
what else is going on here in Miramichi?
I am
Enough about
a lot.
me.
No, not. It was wonderful, and congratulations again.
Thank you.
Big time.
Thank you.
Big time. The 2019 Miramichi Chamber of Commerce
Okay.
Business Award winners.
Oh, yes.
I'm excited about that. I get to
Yeah.
MC that.
We got to see
most
who the
years.
winners are.
Yes, and it's
And they
at the Riverside Entertainment Center
Okay.
on November 7th.
Because before they used to just tell us what the who the nominees
Right.
were, right? And we didn't
Yes.
know who the winners are, but now they actually
like
tell us
that.
the winners, and those particular families get to go and celebrate
Right.
them.
Instead of a competition,
Specific.
like
Yes.
me showing
Yeah.
up and you showing up, and we're both in the same
Yeah.
running, and then
Yeah.
Audrey
Yeah.
won or Judy. It's kind of
Yeah.
defeating.
It
you know.
does
Yeah,
change
yeah.
it. I don't think it's bad. It just changes the atmosphere, and
I
it's
don't
more
like
celebratory.
That. I like this when they're already out
Mm-hmm.
and spoken for and achieved this. So the Newcomer Business Award this year is Papa and Boys Trucking. Do you know that?
Oh, yes. I have heard of it.
He's a nice,
Yeah.
nice man.
Yes.
Okay, Employee of the Year is actually Tina McDonald Jardine from River City Fitness.
I do know. I see Tina. I see her all the time.
Yes, because that's where you train, right?
Yes, it is. That
And
is my
she's
gym.
so excited.
Yeah.
And she absolutely loves her
She is
job.
so humble. She is just like, she was just, beat red when she was telling me about it.
Well,
She
she's
was-
so happy. That's
she
a
is.
wonderful thing.
It
And
is.
I'm really happy to say that the Business Award of Excellence is going to Irene McCardle.
Yes.
She's an amazing woman, and I
Yeah.
don't think she's been recognized before, which is a shame because she's been in this business a long time of accounting.
Yes.
and giving a
That's
lot
a
to
lot.
boards and
Yeah.
sitting on various committees. So great job. And the Jerry Cormier Memorial Award is Peggy Doyle.
Oh, yes.
And Peggy
Okay, perfect.
has been executive director to, I believe, the mayor for many years, not just the current one, Mayor Adam Lorden, but previous was Jerry Cormier.
Right.
And she was a great friend of the families as well, so I think it's very fitting.
Yeah.
So congratulations
That's
to all
gonna be a
of the
great night. So
winners.
what night are we doing
It
that?
is November 7th at Riverside Entertainment
Okay,
Center.
November 7th.
Uh-huh. And if you want tickets for this event, you can call 622-5522, or you can email mirchamber@aibn.com. So mirchamber, all one, at nb.aibn.com. It's going to be a great event and great
Because
celebratory.
it's a dinner. It's a dinner and everything. Oh, and it's
Yeah.
at the Rod?
Yes. No, Riverside
No,
Entertainment Center.
Riverside Entertainment.
They
this
move it
time.
around
Oh,
every
they
year.
do, yeah. No,
So I'm excited about
exactly.
that.
Yes. So, and then coming up this week, of course, it's October. We're coming to the end
Yeah.
of October.
We've had a
It is
beautiful
8
October.
weeks to Christmas, and anybody who wants to, take me out
Stop.
after I leave the
Oh
show, I
my.
know it's horrible.
I know, but can't do anything about
You
it.
can't stop it. You can't stop Christmas from coming. It
But
is coming.
Halloween is good for
But
me.
Halloween's a
because,
nice little.
Yeah, I have a son born on Halloween.
That's right.
So I know he's not going to see my show, I don't think, but Evan is going to be 28 on Halloween.
Right.
So happy birthday to my firstborn. And my nephew, Trent,
Oh, yes.
he's an amazing young boy. He is going to be 12 on Halloween. So I have a sister with
Oh.
a baby on Halloween as well.
Okay.
We're like the witch sisters.
Oh, wow. So Halloween's a big deal at
It
your
is,
place.
and a big deal at my house because, as everyone knows by now who's followed the show, I get about 300 kids at my door.
Yeah, you live in the prime location. I'm not going to lie. You do. Yeah.
I have to stop giving out airline
I've been
tickets.
known to drop off my children in your
Audrey,
neighborhood.
I
really, and
know.
I have 4.
I know you do.
Because my little street doesn't accommodate what they're looking for.
It's
so.
what to do with my dogs, because when they know the doorbell's ringing every 2 seconds, it's literally from 3:30 until closing the curfew at 8.
The curfew.
We're standing at the door, definitely not able to sit down for that whole entire evening, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And so I'll have to put them upstairs with loud music in a room or something, because they'll be
'cause they're just-
crazy.
yeah. I would imagine it's stressful and draining for your dogs.
Draining for me. I get my arms bent out of shape from putting treats in the bag.
No, exactly. So with Halloween around the corner, everybody knows my youngest child, Danae, absolutely loves Halloween.
she
thinks it
does.
should be a national holiday.
Oh, yeah?
She starts like from the 1st of October. When she was little, she'd wear the little fang teeth even to bed. And she can't do that now. She's got braces on, but the colored contacts, she made me go on Amazon.com and get her the big dinosaur costume.
really into
She's
it.
already been walking around the streets of Miramichi with this on.
What?
Seriously.
She loves it.
Loves it. Kids were coming up to her. She just truly enjoys it, embraces it. They had the school dance already.
Nice.
So so Halloween is on the middle of it's on a Thursday night, which is sort of tricky.
Coming right up.
No, but I did see a lot of costumes from a lot of the parties this past weekend.
Great costumes.
People are really
I
creative.
know they are.
They're
We have a
just
guest that's coming
fantastic.
on. That's 2 of them that are very creative. In fact,
Yeah,
so I just
exactly.
wanted to give a little blurb about like Halloween itself. If I can get my
Okay.
little Googles on here.
Yes.
These
Yeah,
lovely
you said
Halloween
you had some
props.
information for
Yeah.
us.
Well, just that.
visual.
Let's go to when it all began. It started with the.
I don't even know.
Well, actually, it started with the Celtics back about 2,000 years ago, which is now, it's Ireland now, but they all conglomerated in this area. And the day marked the end of summer for them and the harvest and the beginning of the dark, cold winter, a time of year often associated with death. So these Celtics were in this thought. Okay? And the Celts believed that on the night before the new year, the boundary between the worlds of the living and the dead became blurred. So on the night of October 31st, they celebrated Samhain. It was a big festival where they had like food and costumes and all of that.
Right.
When it was believed that ghosts of the dead returned to Earth. So it all began back then,
really? Okay.
2,000 years ago, with the Celtics.
Okay.
And that's just the little,
That's the little blurb on that.
yeah,
Oh, for
where it all
goodness sake.
stemmed from.
So scary movies? Do you? You and me?
Love.
I'm out. I'm not. I'm
Love,
not. But
love,
you
love.
love.
I think
them.
because I studied psychology, and I think the mind's such a fascinating component of the body, and I just love to read about different things that the mind does, and
I like
abnormal
thrilling movies,
psychology.
but when it comes to the mental, because I feel like that's a real thing.
It is a real thing.
You know what I mean? And that, and I worry that I wouldn't be able to get that out of my head afterwards.
Oh no, you can.
You know what I mean?
You used to have a
Demonic
chocolate
kind
bar.
of scary for Halloween, not so much. But
Well,
I mean,
the Joker, I really
You
wanted
wanted
to
to
see,
see
and I'm
that.
going to see it yet. I do
Okay.
think I'm going to try to make
Okay.
it. Just couldn't with my schedule. But Joaquin Phoenix is apparently outstanding in his acting role as a Joker.
Okay.
And they have grossed $849 million globally. So it's
Oh,
a huge.
how much?
849 million.
okay.
It's a hot movie, and
It really is, because I've been hearing people just in our own area through Facebook that they truly didn't. Not that I don't know if they didn't like it or they were really put off by
Troubled.
it. They left the theater.
It was dark. It's it's about mental
Okay.
health, mental illness, and
Okay.
but I heard people say that he received a standing ovation in various theaters throughout the world for his performance. Joaquin.
That's why I would go.
I know.
Because of his acting, who he is and his acting, and to see his actual performance
Let's
in
go.
this character.
Let's
we should
go.
go.
Yeah.
We should go see
Okay,
that.
we'll go. We'll see it, and if
Yeah.
it's too dark, we'll leave, because my
Yeah.
friend said she loves the movies like that herself.
Okay.
But she said if for people that can't handle, something that heavy, that it would
Yeah.
bother a lot of people. But
No.
it wouldn't bother me.
No, I don't think it would bother me either. And like I said, I know the actor and I've seen some of his acting, and that would be the main reason I would go to see it. I know who the character is. I actually like movies where they take even some of when they take a show or a movie that we've watched, and it's an old movie from way back, the same as when they did, and the name's going to escape me.
No.
But then they go back to characters and go in deeper to why and how they are the way they are, or why they became the way they did.
Well, that's what this is about.
And that's what this is about. And that alone will draw me in and make me want to go see that
Well, let's
movie.
just skip Halloween and go to the movie.
Okay. It's Cheap Night tomorrow.
Is it? Okay. Okay.
We're all going to see the Joker tomorrow. We should do like a big crowd of us.
So are you, now that you've completed this beautiful phase in your life of competition and striving and the dieting and the working out so heavily, what now do you feel like? Do you feel relief? Do you feel like you're on a new, are you going to do this again?
As I was coming into this, I was like, okay, that's it. This is it. This is what like being fit, I like.
Yes.
Going to the gym, I'll probably never give that up. But to take it to a competition level is a whole other,
I know,
right?
World.
And that's just it. And just with everything I went through and draining and things like that, it for me, I truly still enjoy the process of it. And as long as I do, that's what I tell others. As long as you still enjoy the process of doing it and it makes you feel good about you, and you don't sacrifice the other things that are important to you in your life, like family,
your children, your home
work.
life,
Yeah, exactly.
You're
because
busy.
it's a lot to juggle. It's a huge, in the beginning, like I was talking 3 hours a day, 6 days a week. Is what I had to put in training come the end. So that's a lot of time.
3 hours a day.
A day.
How many days?
6 days a week.
Wow, Audrey.
Right? So, and if that's not something you can commit to, you know what I mean? And you think, and when you have a drive and a passion and something like that, you actually, I didn't look at it as I was like, okay, this is what I have to put in and this is what my work schedule is and this is where the kids have to be. So, okay, well, if 5 in the morning is when I have to be at the gym to put in my first hour, then that's what you do. And then you go do your other things and then you go back. If you want it bad enough,
I know.
You can make it work.
Yeah.
And like my biggest thing is not to sacrifice the other things that are important to you in
You
your
have
life
it rounded
along
out.
the way.
Yeah.
And as long as I feel like I can do that and I feel like I am encouraging and inspiring my children and
other
those
women?
around me, then you know what I mean? I have no problem with that. So I'm in my what they call downtime, building and repairing, and then we'll go from there.
All right.
Yes,
I just wondered how you were feeling after it all.
No, I'm not too bad. Not too bad. It was pretty drained this morning, but we are going to take our first short break. We're actually got 2 great guests lined up. And we don't want you to miss a single thing, so don't go away. We'll be back with more Have a Chat after the break. And we're back with more Have a Chat. Joining us now are our first guests. We have Stacey Sutherland and Karen Howe. Hello, ladies. Thanks for joining us today.
Welcome to Have a Chat.
Thank you.
Before we get started to talk about what we brought you on the show for today, first tell us a little bit about yourselves for our viewers.
Well, my name's Stacey Sutherland. I'm lived here in the Miramichi for my whole entire life. I have husband Blake Sutherland, 2 wonderful kids, Matt and Mitchell, and we run a construction company called Sutherland Excavating.
Very successful business, I might add.
Yes.
And Karen?
Well, I'm Karen Howe. I'm from Miramichi. I have 2 grown kids and been married for a long time. And right now, I'm the executive director for Volunteer Miramichi.
Which is awesome because we know how important volunteer work is. And you're one yourself. You
definitely.
both volunteer a lot. So, and Audrey too, and myself. So we love it.
No, that's just it. So you're here on behalf of the Newcastle Rotary Club, and you're here to tell us all about purses. Right? We have these lovely, lovely purses. I myself have attended this auction once, if not twice before. So fill us in a little bit about the Newcastle Rotary Club itself, in case there's anybody out there who doesn't know.
Well, Newcastle Rotary has close to 40 members. We fundraise during the year for our mandate, Service Above Self. We do a lot of fundraisers. Our 2 main ones are the Rib Fest in the spring, Newcastle Rib Fest.
That's right.
And our annual purse auction.
Which is called Bags and Bubbles.
It is.
Officially,
Bags
the
and
event
Bubbles.
has a real name. So the
Yes,
bags, here
I
we
love
go, and the bubbles, the champagne and the
wine.
So the
beautiful.
Rotary Club raises money and does fundraisers specifically for what?
It varies. We don't have
Okay.
a specific cause
No?
other
Okay.
than community.
Okay.
For instance, last year when we did this particular fundraising, we donated the funds to the hospital foundation so that they could buy a gamma probe. This year we've decided that for this particular fundraiser, we are going to take the proceeds and donate those to hospice so that they can buy patient companion beds. But the projects we donate to, it could be just about anything within the city. It all depends.
So you decide as an
stones.
organization,
We decide, yeah.
right? The board
Yeah.
sits down and decides, and
Exactly.
they pitch different ideas of what. Okay,
That's
perfect.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, most people will come to us with a donation
That's
request.
something. Okay,
Right.
true.
So the
Yeah.
organization
Requesting.
will ask,
Okay.
yeah, and say this is what they're
Assistance.
trying to do.
Okay.
And then the executive will meet and decide, and then we bring it to
Right.
the members and say we think this
See,
is a worthwhile
I think a lot of
cause.
people don't realize that they can do that. That it's not just something you guys decide or come up with
No,
on your
that's
own.
right.
You
Exactly.
can. The viewers out there in different organizations can contact the Rotary
That's
Club
right.
themselves.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Put a letter
That's
in a
perfect.
request, and I've been with the
Yeah.
Chatham Rotary Club for I think
Exactly.
18 years, so we're sister clubs.
Yeah.
And I know all about the hard work that goes into it. So
That's
this
right.
event is very successful every year.
Because this is how many years now for the purse auction itself?
7th
This is
annual.
the
The
7th one.
7th annual.
I think I've
Yes.
emceed it for all 7.
I think
I
so.
think so.
Yeah.
And I love the event.
Yes.
We have a good thing going with you, so we like to have you back every year.
Yeah, you don't break. You don't fix what ain't broken.
No, that's right.
But I love being around great women, and it brings in
No.
this energy in the crowd. And women love purses, and they love to gather and have social time.
Yeah.
So, and you're fundraising while you're doing it.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No.
So tell
It's
us
always
more
good fun.
about the event itself.
Okay, so tell us about when and where and the whole spiel.
So our event is this Friday, November 1st.
Okay.
The doors open at 6 o'clock, and the event will start at 7
at the exhibition building.
at the exhibition.
Oh, okay. I
building.
was going to say it's at the exhibition building
Yes.
this year, so that's a different venue.
Yeah,
Or
this
it
is
was our
our
last
second year
time.
there.
I like
Okay.
that venue for the space.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's really a great setup and a great stage.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's going to be decorated again by Cindy McGraw.
Oh
She's
my gosh.
phenomenal.
Amazing.
Last year it was just
Yeah.
awe-inspiring.
You should
Couldn't
come.
believe
You
how
have to
Really?
good
come
Well,
on.
I
it
have to
was.
say the ones that I went to were downtown.
Yeah.
I haven't been up to the exhibition
have to
building,
come.
so I'll
Yeah.
have to, definitely.
She's wonderful for us. And we have two lovely people hosting for us, Miss Judy and Jerry Green.
Jerry Green.
Yeah.
And we work well together. He's so
Yes.
funny too.
Exactly.
We'll have fun.
Yes.
Now, is
and-
there a fashion show that goes with it? I feel like I'm trying to
Yes,
remember what
yes.
all happens.
Yeah,
Okay.
we have two fashion shows. One is by Denim Warehouse. The other one is by Town Boutique.
Town Hill Jewelry?
Town Hill.
Or no,
no,
Town Hill Boutique.
Square Boutique.
Town
Oh,
yes,
Square
Town
sorry.
Square Boutique. We want to make
Yeah.
sure we get that
Yes,
right.
Right.
definitely.
Boutique
Yeah.
and Denim Warehouse both have beautiful
Yes.
things in their
Yes.
stores.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Good.
No,
That's fun
just
too.
it.
To see what's
So,
in.
what about the purses? Where do they come from? How do you have a selection? Because these are some are like a silent auction,
Yes.
right? And others are
We have a few things. We have the Chinese auction.
Okay.
And then we have a silent auction. And then we will have a live auction for
Yes.
certain items too.
Yes.
For instance, Grant Thornton is the sponsor for the money bag this year. So Grant Thornton will go out and buy a purse, and then we'll stuff it with cash. And that will go up as a live auction
Okay.
item that you can bid
that
on.
was fun.
right.
But other ones will just be a silent auction or part of the Chinese auction. And the donations come from, mainly they come from businesses in the community that are looking to support Rotary,
Okay.
which
Just
is
gorgeous.
fantastic.
I mean, look at this,
Oh.
folks. It's beautiful just for
That's
one.
absolutely
coral
stunning. Are these
colored guest
actual
bag.
ones for this, or did
Yes.
you just go?
No.
These are ones that are actually going to be at the
Beautiful.
auction.
Yes.
I just absolutely love the
Me
colors.
I know.
I know.
We're already. Can we start bidding?
And
Yes.
Karen, this is your donation?
Well, that's from Volunteer Miramichi,
Volunteer
yes.
Miramichi's donated
And I
this
had a hard
gorgeous-
time giving it up. I actually,
Purple
yeah.
Coach bag, ladies
Absolutely
and gentlemen, if
stunning.
you want to come and buy it for your wives or
That is
girlfriends.
the most beautiful shade of purple
Oh,
I've ever seen.
It's a grape.
And unfortunately, I don't know about our viewers, your televisions and things like that, because what we see and what we see on the monitor are two different colors. So I'm hoping
That's
you're getting
right,
to
yeah.
actually see the true
Oh,
color.
yeah.
This here, beautiful for fall.
I know.
The color
With the
the
scarf.
scarf with the little shimmer in it. Absolutely stunning.
Can always,
Beautiful.
everyone should have a black
Right?
purse. Everybody in the world.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just like that little black dress.
Exactly.
And then we're thinking trips for down south. You can get that white bag for the winter holiday or spring, summer.
Put it away for the
Put
spring.
it away.
Next year, yeah.
No,
we
that's
love
just it.
it.
I have to say that the auction and the silent auction especially can get quite heated.
Yes.
Competitive.
Very
Competitive. That's the word.
That's the word.
It can.
It does. It does. It really
yeah.
does. I know when the time that I was there was this person, this lady, and I. We just kept going. And finally, I just was like, you know what? I'm not playing this game. I threw my bid way out there, and I was like, there.
Right,
That's
right,
it, yeah.
right. It's a
No,
challenge. It's
no,
great.
it's a fantastic organization and a great cause.
Yeah.
And it sounds like it's going to be a fantastic evening. Now, are there hors d'oeuvres or food or drink or?
This year we have Greens catering desserts for our guests.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
With tea and coffee.
With tea and coffee,
dessert.
and we do have an open bar as well.
Okay.
And it's going to be served by our local Timo roll.
Oh,
Oh,
that's really
that's
nice.
So the
nice.
gentlemen are
Yes.
coming and helping us out
Okay.
with that and
Beautiful.
serving the
Yes.
desserts to all the
Yeah.
ladies.
That'd be quite an amount of young men. How many would be on the team, or how many have you rounded up for
I
the
think we've
help?
got 8 or 10.
8 or
8 to
10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they'll be eye candy out there.
Oh,
Yeah.
exactly.
A little bit. I am so glad I'm not in training right now. I'm going to actually be able to enjoy
To
the
have a
dessert
dessert.
and to
That's
try
right.
them. Now, I can remember from previous years, is there a voting on desserts? Are you having a little contest over
We're
that?
not
or
doing that
not
this
do
year. We're
Okay.
just everybody will get 2 desserts
Yeah.
and then their tea and coffee and
Nice.
whatnot. Yeah. So
No, exactly.
Yeah, where it's the same. Where
Yes,
it's the
because
same
before
caterer
you
doing
did,
them
and
all.
that was somewhat entertaining, and
It
sometimes
is.
you have to change
Yeah.
it up or whatever,
Yeah.
where
Right.
you actually voted on your favorite dessert, and then there was a winner chosen.
Bragging rights.
Exactly.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly,
that's right.
as far as that goes. But no,
Do you have
that's
other
perfect.
secret things? Did you want to keep it a surprise, or what more would you like to tell us?
Well, instead of voting on the dessert, we have added in what's in your purse. Sort
oh
of
my
a
God! I'm just not
I'm
bringing
sort of
mine.
glad I'm getting a heads up on that game.
I'll leave mine home
So
Yeah.
the idea is that I will list off 4 random items that may or may not be in the average woman's purse, and whoever has all 4 items would win a
Okay.
prize, sort of a thing.
then.
Okay.
Oh, fun.
You know,
That
so
could be entertaining.
yeah,
Yes, it
so it
could.
might be an ordinary thing like an eyebrow pencil,
Lip
or it,
balm.
yeah, or it may be something like non-traditional, like a wrench. You never know.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, so that'll be
Exactly.
fun.
That
That'll be
is fun. And then, did you want to talk about the cork?
Well, we also have a couple of smaller draws during the evening that usually generate a lot of excitement. One of them is called Pop the Cork. This year it's sponsored by Town 4 Group.
Very
or
nice.
Town Group Auto. It's the ladies come in and purchase tickets from 6 to 7 only.
Okay.
And they have a chance to draw a cork. And the big prize this year is a Kate Spade purse and wallet valued of almost $400.
Audrey's eyes just lit
Yes,
up.
it's
Oh, I think
beautiful.
that's going to be so great.
Beautiful.
And you really sell those corks fast,
Oh,
like
they
for
do
$5 a
last
piece.
year,
Yes.
yeah, last year they sold out before 7 o'clock.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
imagine $5
Perfect.
and you could be the winner of a Kate Spade bag and
I
wallet.
know, right?
Yeah.
And we'll find out more that night about the color. Don't tell us anything.
No,
We'll
no,
be
no, no.
Exactly.
We don't want to spill the
Exactly.
beans
That's
on all of that. That's
beautiful.
for
And
sure.
we also have one other draw. It's new this year called Viva La Vino.
Viva la Vina.
They're $10 a ticket, and you have a chance to win a $100 wine rack, along with a complete wine kit from Wine Kits Miramichi. They're our sponsor for
Oh
that
my.
draw.
Including the bottling, and
Bottling,
corking,
everything.
And, yeah.
It's all they're age to drink.
Yes.
Really?
Wow.
Yes.
Basically.
So,
You
yeah.
should set up the party for November 2nd at
How much
Karen's
are the
house.
ticket? I'm like, how much are the tickets to go? Did we say that yet?
Fill
How
your
much?
wine rack for Christmas, and
They're-
those are
they-
$10 a piece.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so those ones are. But to go to the event itself is
Oh.
$25
Yes.
a
it
ticket.
is
I mean, to me,
$25.
I was
That's
like,
not bad.
what? All of this for, that's how I think. All
Yeah.
of this for $25?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, most events, let's face it, are 40, 50. Anything I usually attend is
Yeah.
at least that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the chances to get all these prizes and
Oh,
fashion
yeah.
show and camaraderie, it's all basically.
No, a night out with the girls.
Exactly.
That
Exactly.
alone,
Yes.
that experience alone, you know what I mean, is priceless,
Yeah.
really. You know
My
what I mean?
sister-in-law is arriving today from Alberta, Andrea, so I think that would be a nice thing to do, just to
I think
get her out, and you
so.
should go with her, Audrey.
So-
Oh, for goodness sakes. No, I just thought of a couple of ladies too
Yeah.
that could use a break and get out of the house as well. So I will definitely mention. Now, do we have a Facebook page?
Oh, yes.
Or
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So-
there
so
is. So
our-
what is it under? Is it
Our
under the Rotary?
Newcastle Rotary Club
Okay.
Facebook page.
Okay.
And we've been putting lots of sneak peeks on
Oh,
the
okay.
donations
Let me see if we
that are
can't
being
share that right
provided.
away.
Yeah, the
I'll
donations
dig
that
that
are
up.
provided. And we have things, door prizes throughout the night as well.
Really
we have
good.
50-50 draw. It's an event that just nonstop the whole night, and it's a lot of fun for the ladies.
And this
For
has
sure.
been the 7th year, and so you've had to change up with committee members over the years because somebody had to initiate this way back when. And I think it was Colleen Bond, actually, when
Yeah.
she was with the Rotary
think
Club.
so.
I think that maybe she inspired people to get on board with this. And then you people have been on now 2 years or 3 with this committee.
Yeah.
Yeah,
3
2. This is
years.
my second year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's work though. You have to go to the businesses and ask for donations. And you
Yes.
have to
Oh,
set up
yeah.
all the the planning of it.
It's every year it astounds me, and not just with the Rotary, but every year it astounds me how generous local businesses are
know.
towards Rotary, towards all the agencies in the
Yeah.
area. You know,
I agree.
and the amount of money that we fundraise in the course of a year, we could not do it without the local businesses. So
No, that's true.
So a
You
big
know.
shout
It
out
really
to
is.
all of them at Mary
Yeah.
Shea.
Exactly.
Definitely.
I'm a big
No.
proponent of shopping local wherever possible. So
And
and
I thank you.
that's why
We're a part
Yeah.
of this hospice, and I thank you for considering that to be one of
Yeah.
your
Yes.
projects and where the money's going. Because when you say partner beds, it's for the loved ones that can stay there with their family that has like very serious issues.
Exactly. So these are adjustable beds. So for instance, if your spouse were in hospice care and you wanted to spend the night, you wouldn't have to sleep on a chair beside the bed.
wonderful.
Okay.
You could open the bed and get into bed and stay with them.
And it's
So-
being built, you see, as we speak.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so excited about that.
Nice
Thank
to
you
see
for
you.
putting
There,
There, I
towards
just
that
shared.
cause.
I just shared a bunch of the sneak peeks from the Newcastle Rotary Club on my page. That's what's happening this weekend, and
Yeah.
I
definitely,
love the Friday
yeah,
night
to
thing. To me,
spin
it's
that
my
around.
favorite night of the week. Is that yours, Friday night?
Yes. Love Friday nights.
I find if you can get out and
Especially
do
when you
something
don't
on
work
Friday night, it increases the length of your weekend.
It
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
It
And
does.
then
The
you can
weekend doesn't
rest.
go by as fast if you actually
That's
have,
right.
even if it's just to get out of the house for an hour or two.
Exactly.
You know what I
It
mean? You
makes it-
actually get to, especially if you don't have to work on Saturday.
Well, that's it.
Exactly.
And
Yeah,
you're
well, I
freed up
understand.
Saturday and Sunday because of the
Yeah.
events. Friday you can kind of, well, you have to take down decorations and all that, or she will, but you can relax a bit.
Exactly.
Exactly.
No, that's just it. So how many tickets are you selling? How many, because I'm assuming you can't squeeze us all in
No,
there.
that's
We'd
right.
like to,
Okay,
we'd
so.
like to sell 1,000, but we only have room for 250.
That's right.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And they are
Only.
being sold at both Scotiabank,
Okay.
Newcastle, and Chatham.
Okay, Scotiabank.
Brookdale's Nursery or Brookdale's Flower Shop,
Yeah.
and Town Hill Jewelry.
Okay. So 4 different, there's
And
2
town.
Scotia banks as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's
I
nice
know.
to have one in Newcastle and Chatham available.
You don't have any in your pocket right now?
No, I wish I did.
They're going
I
fast
should've
though,
brought a
right?
couple.
Like, let's just
They
say.
They always go fast. They
Okay,
always
and there's
go
only
fast.
250.
Yes.
FYI,
Yes.
right? Only 250 tickets to this
What's our
event.
grand prize this year?
Yeah.
So our grand prize this year is a combination. It's kind of like a ladies' luxury basket.
Oh,
So it involves a $150 gift certificate from the Denim Warehouse,
nice.
a $150 gift certificate from Town Square Boutique, a $150 oxygen facial from MediSpa.
Oh my, I've had those. They're
Yes.
amazing.
It's beautiful.
Oxygenio facials.
Yeah, and 2 bottles of wine with a couple of wine glasses too.
Oh my heavens! The
Yeah.
lucky winner's going to be really, really happy.
Yes.
And that's a door prize ticket, basically.
Yeah.
That's the,
That's
It's-
your $25 ticket that you paid to get in.
Exactly.
So whether you
Gets you in
participate
on
in
that draw.
anything else, it gets you
Yeah.
in on that
Right.
grand prize.
Yes.
Right? You don't have to spend another dime and
No.
just
Could
be
enjoy the
you.
entire evening in
Could
the
be
pension.
you.
It could be.
It could.
It could
Yeah.
be.
Oh,
Could
I
be.
am happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
No.
then, do you have do you have any of the male Rotarians there acting as involved at all?
Oh, yes. Yeah,
We
we
put
have.
them to
They'll
work.
be the bartenders.
Like
Yeah.
photography and all of that.
Yeah,
You have
we
all
have
that.
male Rotarians that are going to be selling 50-50 tickets.
Right,
they,
right.
they will help the Timberwolves serve.
Yes.
They're going to be doing the photography
Yeah.
and
For the photo
yeah,
booth.
for
Yeah.
the photo booth. Yeah.
Oh,
is a
there's going to be a
photo
photo
booth
booth?
there. Yes.
Oh, my
Yeah.
land. That'll be great.
I
We'll have
can't
it.
say enough. It's one of my favorite events. and I
Goodness,
do
the
a
only
lot
thing
of
it's missing
events.
is a bouncy castle.
Why not?
Pull
No,
one
no,
outside next
no,
year.
no. Not with this bladder. No.
No, no.
So the women,
No,
let's
definitely.
just say, don't be intimidated. Like, wear something nice. It's a
Yes.
party. It's a party
party,
theme.
yes.
You don't have to go
Your
formal
photo might
or
be taken. You,
you don't
might
have
be
to
on
go
the cover of
crazy.
the newspaper.
No, but
Yeah.
some women do get really, really dressed up. But then others wear just dress slacks and a nice
Yeah,
blouse,
or a
you know.
top and pretty
So it's
pants or
whatever.
skirt.
Yeah.
Don't feel you want to stay home because I have nothing to wear.
No, no,
Come-
no.
come see me.
Exactly. Yes, we're going shopping in Judy's Closet this Christmas.
We have a
in case you
plan.
missed that on
Yeah.
Facebook.
Yeah.
That's the
December
thing.
12th, I think.
No, for sure. We want to thank you so much, Karen,
Thanks for
and thank
having
you,
us.
Stacey,
Thank you
for
for
joining
having
us
us.
today and
Can't wait.
filling us all in on this beautiful, wonderful cause. To our viewers, you're definitely going to want to get your tickets ahead of time. I really don't think they're going to last.
No.
I really don't. No, it's a great night out.
Save me one. I want to be in on this. Even if I am state, I want to still be in on the prizes. I'll buy one from you.
No, exactly. Again, thank you for coming. We'll
Thank
be
you.
back with
Thanks.
more Have a Chat after the break. Don't go away. And we're back with more Have a Chat. Up next, we have the lovely guest, Peggy McLean, joining us. Hello, Peggy.
Well, welcome on this beautiful Monday.
Yeah.
It is for October.
Actually, October's been gorgeous. I really have to say. I mean, it's rainy, but for temperature
Mild
wise,
and sunshine.
I put on my first fire last night.
Yeah.
I've clicked the heat a little bit, but that last night I put on the first roaring fire.
Yeah, it's been amazingly well for
No.
for weather, but
So you look well, and people might not know you, but they should know you.
well, as you guys know, I'm a wife. Arthur and I have been together now for 36 years.
my.
Yeah, that's a long time.
It is a long time.
It's a long time. I think I'll keep them. The kids like them. So.
Yeah.
The dog likes them.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about the dog, but,
Yeah, no.
but he's got no trade-in value, so I think I'll just keep him. A mom to 3 incredible young human beings.
They are.
Adult children, and I have the privilege of being mom-in-law to Nick.
Oh, he's just super.
He's awesome,
Yeah.
you know.
Her
He's
son-in-law.
Yeah.
truly like a son.
Yep.
I call him a son-in-law, but he really is like
I
a
mean,
son
you
to me.
can't really say that, you can say anything about the person that your children chooses because it's their life, but it really helps when you like them. When you like who your kids are with,
Yeah.
it's
we
a
are
bonus.
blessed. We're
Yeah.
blessed with
Yeah.
all 3
Right.
of our
No.
children. They have amazing partners.
Your
so we're lucky
grandmother,
that-
you young thing.
I heard,
I
yes.
am,
Grandmother
yes.
once again.
Yes, Luca turned 2 on Sunday,
Cutest.
and they just welcomed their second beautiful little Isabella.
No.
Yeah.
She is adorable.
Well, we know Luca is, so
Yeah.
that's
He is
a
too.
beautiful family you have.
Yes, I'm very, very
Yeah.
blessed. Very blessed.
For sure.
And on top of that, I am self-employed. I run my own business.
know
I've
you
been a mortgage broker for 13
That's
years.
right.
And
Magic
that's
number.
a joy. Yes, I think so.
13.
No,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that would be a rewarding. It's a lot of work that I can imagine that goes into that job, mortgage broking, and trying to be able to help people
Yes.
to
I
get
see a lot
their,
of people in crisis,
Yeah,
young moms
exactly,
in
you know?
particular, single moms, trying to make
get
decisions about
back on their feet, and
Exactly.
you know what I mean, and get their
Yeah.
feet underneath them, and
Yep.
being able to provide for their family and
Yes.
put a stable home,
Yeah.
over their
Definitely.
heads.
Yeah,
So,
and it's become
you know.
harder, so it's more challenging. You've got to keep up with what's going on in the industry, and on
No.
top of all that, I volunteer a little bit.
You do.
Yes, a little bit.
A lot.
There's a lot.
Yes, yes, I
For
too
sure.
want to say how thrilled I am that the proceeds this year from the Rotary Purse Auction are going to hospice.
Me
It's,
too.
Yes.
dear to my heart, as you know,
Yes.
I sit on
Yeah.
the board, so
No,
I'm excited.
exactly.
I'm thanking the club for doing that.
No,
Most
exactly. That's
definitely.
just it. But now, today, what we are here to talk to you about is something
Yes.
big. It's something huge. It's just getting off the ground.
it is.
For sure, for sure. So we want to bring you on to talk about 100 Women Who Care, the Miramichi chapter.
Yes.
Because this is not new to other areas.
No.
But it is new to us.
Yes.
So start from scratch. Fill us all in.
Okay, well, it's been an absolute passion project of mine for probably about 4 years. So it's
Okay.
been a long time in the making, and when you start something on your own, it takes time to get things together and what have you. So it started when every morning when I'm getting ready to go to work, I always listen to the morning show. And at that time it was Canada AM, now it's your morning, and that's how long it's been since I've been at this broadcast. So Canada AM, and I had heard them talking about 100 men who care. And it was a chapter out of Ontario. So it caught my eye, and I came around and I had a listen. I sat down and I listened to it. And when I heard about the amazing work that they were doing in that chapter, I thought, this is so perfect for Miramichi. And we have women in Miramichi that, are really busy with their lives, successful women, and women who, are home with their kids that would love to be able to give to their community in a meaningful way, but don't have the time to maybe sit on a board or be able to donate the time to volunteer necessarily.
So it's the actual premise, and Peggy's going to tell you about it. It's the simplicity of this particular organization and how it works that I think actually,
Is so appealing.
Is so appealing and fueled your fire to want to do something like that for this area.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
So
well, I
how does it
volunteer a
work?
lot, and I know how important that is to our
Yes,
area.
exactly.
She
And
is
how
just
some people
driven by-
tend to shy away from volunteering because they think it's such a big commitment and it's going to be so much time, and they want to, but they're afraid they're not going to be able to live up to the challenge.
Exactly.
But this one here,
Pretty easy peasy.
It's pretty easy.
It's done for you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's done for you.
So tell
No.
us.
Yes, so you commit for a year, and we meet every 3 months, so 4 times a year, and you sign a commitment letter. So it's $100 per meeting. So our next meeting, we had our first meeting in July, and the Women's Shelter was the first recipient.
Good.
And tonight we'll have 3 other charities that will present. They each get 5 minutes to present, and at the end of the 3 presentations, the women that are in the room who are members get to vote on which of the charities go home with the money that night. Now they're all winners because you get to learn about the different charities. So even if you're not there, you still have to give your $100 because we rely on that money. So 4 times a year, it's $100 per member, and at the end of the night, if we have our 100 women, each charity would go home, or the charity chosen that night would go home with a potential of $10,000.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm a member from
Yes,
last
you are.
time. So if for some reason I can't physically be there tonight, I've paid my $100,
contribute.
but I lose my ability to vote on the charity who
Correct.
gets the money.
You
Is
have
the
to be in the
only
room.
thing. So, but in reality, the money is still there, and those women who are able to attend, you know what I mean, like they will get to. So right now we're at how many members?
I think we're 29, but
Okay.
we've
29.
gotten some. We've gotten
So we know
some-
there's $2,900 to give away
That's
to some
right.
charity tonight, and that's the goal, is to get these 100 women.
Yeah, that's right.
Right, because then
Yeah.
the potential is 10,000. We won't stop at 100.
No.
Right? You're
No.
looking like if it happens to go over that, then we're
Absolutely, because
Right?
St. John, Debbie Rathwell has been amazing in helping me get this together. So there in St. John are over 200 women. So look at the money they're able to put into their
every
community.
3 months they give away
Right.
$20,000.
Yes.
No, it's
Yes.
amazing.
Seriously.
And I'm going to say, 1966, I think it was, James Brown wrote the song, "It's a man's world." But he said it would be nothing without a woman or a girl.
Well,
And
that was the year I was born,
Do
so.
you know what? Well, all right, but I'm saying
Yeah.
how far we've come. Like skip
Yes.
to 2019, and women are really, really empowering other women and doing.
Absolutely.
No,
and we have
exactly.
like 21 like world leaders, as in prime ministers and
Yes.
and presidents, and we have the Queen, who's the longest reigning monarchy
Well,
in
and
Britain.
athletes, the female
I know.
athletes are climbing the ladder. You
Singers,
know,
Taylor Swift's
all
the
of
number
it.
one
No.
musician. She's topping the pop charts. I mean,
Yes.
women
No.
are really, really making their
Making a
mark.
presence.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes,
With
Getting
everybody.
it done.
No.
And you ladies, I mean, you volunteer as well, so you know how long it takes to raise
I do.
$10,000. You know, if
and
we
how
can
many
do that
hours it
in a
takes
night.
to organize
That's
an
what I'm
event.
saying. So
And
this
this
is so
year is
easy.
there's
All you
like-
have to
like-
do is just commit. You don't even
No.
have to show up if you don't want
E-transfer.
to. You can.
E-transfer.
Yep, you
Right?
can.
Show
Yep.
up tonight, a glass of wine,
Yes,
a little
it's
hors
at the
d'oeuvres.
Rod, 6 to
You
7.
hear the presentations. The 3 groups that have
Yes.
been chosen to present tonight will
Nominated by the
nominated
members.
by the members will decide.
Yeah.
Right?
Who's the
The-
most in need or
Yeah,
yes.
but they get to present and speak their cause.
Okay.
5 minutes. They each get
5
5 minutes
minutes.
to present to the
Good.
women
Right.
in the room. And again, as I said, they're, you know, everybody's a winner because you may not know about a certain charity in this community, yet if you're in the room and you get to hear for 5
right.
minutes about the wonderful work that they do
Who
here.
they are. Yep.
Yes, exactly.
No.
So everybody's a winner.
But they can go
Everybody's a
back again,
They
right?
can go back.
They can
Yes.
try
Yes.
again
Yes.
to receive
Yes.
the money.
Yes.
Yeah. If you're not the winner, you can be nominated
good.
again.
Again. Yeah.
Correct. If you are the winner, it would have
18
to
months.
18 months. You'd have to wait to
Okay.
put
Yes.
your name in again.
But
And that
still.
sounds like a long
whatever.
time, but we only meet every 3 months, so it's
No,
not that
exactly.
long. And
So
there are
18
a lot
months.
of charities, and you have to be a registered charity. You have
Yes.
to be able to
That's another
issue
thing.
receipts because every woman that becomes a member will then get receipts from the charities that are chosen, so
That's
that
right.
at income tax time, it's a benefit to them as well.
Yes.
So how have you been reaching out to women other than Facebook? Have you advertised this or just gone to women that you think would be interested, or all these women that are joining? How have you gotten them all?
Well, I have been reaching out to a lot of the women that I know that I volunteer with in other committees and whatnot, and I've sent them personal emails to invite them to join. Facebook has been amazing. We've had a lot of presence on Facebook. We do have a website, 100 Women Who Care, Miramichi.com.
Okay.
Yeah. I was
And
suggesting posters in locations
They're going to be
where
printed.
it's a women's, not that men can't go there, but like at the salon, 95% of my
Yes.
clientele are women. So having a poster there with the information and being able to explain when people ask, those kinds of things too. Word of mouth is huge.
It
In a small
absolutely
little
is.
community like this, you'd be
It is.
surprised. We can really pull it together.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
And I want to say a special shout out to Niels, who is our youngest daughter, Erica's boyfriend, because
yes.
I've been wanting to do this for a long time, but I lacked the presence as far as the website goes. And I'd asked a couple of people if they would be willing to do a website for me, and a few people had kind of walked me through and given me some ideas on how to do it. Very technologically impaired, know that about me.
Yeah, it is.
So I wasn't able to get it done. And when I was talking to Niels one night, he's like, I can do that for you. And I'm like, sure.
Great.
Yeah.
So he did it up for me, and that was the one thing that was keeping me from actually launching. So he has been amazing.
The website.
He's been helping out as far as the website goes. He's been helping out to answer a lot of the
Great.
inquiries when it comes through. He's back in the Netherlands right now, but
Oh.
yeah, so he's been helping answer a lot of the inquiries when it comes in through Facebook and the website. And actually, when we had our first meeting, his mom was here from the Netherlands visiting.
That's right.
So she signed up as one of our members, and she was so enthralled by the idea that she's taking it over to the Netherlands.
Well, there.
And they are she's going to start a chapter there. So thrilled to think that
It's
an
inspired other women in
idea,
other
right
parts
here
of
in
the world.
Miramichi.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, it went from Ontario to Miramichi
To
and now
overseas.
to the
Over
Netherlands.
to the Netherlands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you never know.
No.
And that's the power of this movement.
No.
That's the power.
No, exactly. That's just it. So, what is the plan to expand and to get more women involved? Do you have anything lined up specifically, or do you have?
We get some great coverage from the local newspaper, so I think that we'll continue to maybe put some of those things out there. Lehman from River Signs has been generous and has offered to print some of the posters that you were talking
Okay.
about, Audrey.
Oh,
We
yeah.
have them.
Yeah.
We have them designed now. Thank you again, Niels. And we'll have those printed, and we'll start getting those out into some of the areas that are heavily populated, not just by women but by men, because there are a lot of men who have contacted and said, I think my wife would be really
There you go.
interested
They
in
want
that.
their wives involved, and
Yes.
then their friends involved. They
course.
see women
Yeah.
that they maybe socialize with that would be really intrigued by this and offer a lot to the club.
Without a doubt.
No,
Yeah.
exactly. And like we had said before, we know there are many, many people here in Miramichi, especially women who, single moms, working, busy, and they'd love to be able to do something for their community and share in some way, shape, or form. There is no other easier way. That's the least amount of commitment as far as time, being able to put all that time and things like that in. Every 3 months, you pay your $100. If you want to come out and have a glass of wine with us and see the presentations and get the chance to vote specifically yourself, come out for an hour. That's all it was.
We keep it to an hour.
Yeah, we keep it to an hour, and
We
it's
guarantee
nice
it'll be
and
an hour
short.
because we know how valuable time is.
No,
I know.
exactly. That's just it. So
And that's the whole premise, is to be able to make the most amount of impact in a short amount of time.
I'm
Yeah.
proud in this generation to be a woman.
yeah,
I am.
Yep.
I mean, I
It
think
is
we're leading.
being able to make
we're-
changes
I
and
am.
make differences that our previous generations were never able to do. Their
Well,
voices were not heard.
And we were just talking with our Rotarians, and our Rotary
Mm-hmm.
Club of Chatham has a lot of females. I mean, we do have a lot of
I
males
know.
too, but
Yeah.
a lot of women are joining, and the same as in Newcastle, and they're coming up with these, I'm not putting the men down because they have great ideas too, but the
Yeah.
women are coming up with these awesome fundraising ideas, and they are working, and again, that's
Yeah.
putting money out there the same as your club's doing.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And people are benefiting in wonderful ways, and like
Well-
you said, how many charities are there? You could just name them, string them off, that are
Yes.
in need.
Absolutely.
No, exactly. That's just it. And working smarter instead of harder,
Exactly.
right? To get the job done is everyone's goal, really.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So that we can get the most bang for our buck.
Yeah.
You know, and I think everybody putting in their little bit of effort, like I said before, not having all of that time and energy and just being able to, you know, and some people say, oh, they just want my money and whatever. You know what I mean? Like that's what it all boils down to, unfortunately. All these different kinds of organizations with, you know, the government funding and things like that, that's what they lack most to get the job done.
right.
To get what they need to be able to offer these different services to our community. And
Absolutely.
it's super, super, super important, you know. And like you said before too, the other great thing is seeing these presentations. You
Yes.
get a chance to actually hear, you might have heard of that organization, but weren't really aware of specifically what it did,
What they need.
what they needed, what they
Yes.
were lacking, how they were struggling and things like that. So, you know, you get
We
a
have-
chance to hear
yeah,
that.
we
And
have
it can
a
be
lot of-
emotional.
Yeah. Oh, it's
It's
very
always
emotional.
a little bit emotional. I will say
Yeah.
that.
Our first
for
meeting,
sure,
as you know, was in July, Audrey,
Yep.
and I think that was surprising to a lot of people in how emotional it was. We
Passionate.
had three. Yeah, we had three presenters. Obviously, we had the SPCA presented, Hospice Miramichi presented, and the Emergency Center for Women. And it was surprisingly emotional when you hear how passionate these people are about.
Being part of those organizations and
They
things
are.
like
They're
that.
truly there for the right
Yeah.
cause. They're there because they
Yeah.
do care about what goes on with the animals, whether it be the SPCA or those in medical, you know.
So we're almost out of time.
Oh,
The
okay.
biggest push I want to say is getting to that 100 women.
Yes.
We are at 29
30, I think,
29
today.
or 30. 100 is not that far away.
No.
Spread the word to all of your friends and your family, anyone that is interested in getting involved on any level whatsoever as being part of this. 100 is not that many.
It's not. And you
And
can
it
show
ca-
up tonight at 6 o'clock and
Exactly.
register there as well.
And register right at that last minute.
on the website.
And the thing is like to be able to give $10,000, right? Just because we have 100 women, like that's
$40,000
every
a year.
3 months. So the next meeting's when?
Tonight, 6
Tonight's
o'clock
this one,
at
and
the
then
Rod.
3 months from tonight will be the.
The next one at the Rod. The Rod's been wonderful
Okay.
in
They are.
sponsoring us.
Yes.
And Dream Designs did our logo and everything for us. So
Oh, that's right
thank you.
too.
Yep, thank you
No,
to them.
exactly. Well, thank you for coming
Thank
on
you.
and
Thank you for
filling us all
having me and
in.
the opportunity to
Taking
share.
on this yet another challenge, wearing another hat here in the wonderful
Yep.
community we live in here in Miramichi. For sure, we thank you so much, Peggy, for being part of this and being part of the show and helping us out when we need another person to
Yes.
fill our seat. We want to thank you so much
thank
for
you.
that.
And happy Halloween,
Definitely.
everybody.
Yes, very happy Halloween to all of our viewers.
And a great week ahead.
Yeah, we have some great shows lined up from now until Christmas, so don't want to miss any of those. So stay tuned to have a chat. We enjoy having the show for you. Voice your comments and opinions on our Facebook page. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you again next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.